Alright y'all, so with this video we're welding a clip on a beam. There we go, we're gonna look at this, we're looking down. Alright, see that? We're gonna go ahead and tack the clip in. We got it set, you know, specifications for fabrication or whatever, you know, whatever it says it's going to be, whatever your print says. So we're gonna tack it. Tack that spot right there. We're gonna tack it, and we're gonna talk about the settings we're using and everything. We're gonna talk about every little thing that we're gonna be doing. And we got it out the way. I'm gonna tack that corner right there. We're gonna be talking about welding clips. Sorry if my camera angle isn't that great. Okay. Alright, so we're looking at the clip, right? Most people look at it and go, oh man, that's pretty easy. All you gotta do is weld a couple of flat, like one here, one there, and one right there. Most common thing that I've seen with welding clips and where I work at, people, they pass their weld test phenomenally great. One thing they don't count for, you see the clip, the angle has a rolled edge. It's not perfectly straight like this side. So when you weld it, you don't want to weld too low, you get undercut. You don't want to weld too much, and most of it be on your base metal. You want to kind of watch it wash into that top edge of that clip, and on the sides and right here. Now, most common spot for this that I've seen since I've been working is angle. Most of the people's welds be on the beam and not enough on the clip, or their angle's too steep and the gas get blown away and get porosity. Grinding in that is very difficult. This is just a mock-up joint. I mean, this is not, you know, whatever. So I mean, everything is going to be a little bit different and weird. So we're going to weld this up and I'm going to show you some angles. So right now we got our amp set to 24, 30, 364. Where I work at, we use a lot higher. It's 27, 350. So it's kind of like a synergic MIG. So it's not short circuit, but we'll weld this up, show you what it looks like. All right, let's get it. So I like to take a step back and look at the angle right here. Cause see, my body is right here, so you can weld that like that. Perfect. For this, you can weld to you or away from you. It all depends on you, but so your preference. So we're gonna focus on the clip. Alright, we're gonna weld the first side right over here. Now I recommend welding the sides first before you weld the front. Just in case the tacks break, you don't want the clip to rise up, because this is where something's gonna either be welded or bolted to. Alright, so let's get it. Alright. So that's about what you want. Welding from this side to this side, or you can weld from this side to that side. It's all up to you. I mean, I see better either way. I like to get comfortable, lean on it like this, and then weld like this to me so I can see everything. Ready? Make sure, guys, you tie into those corners. Alright, so for this part of the beam, where I'm in a freakishly weird spot, I like to do like this and reach around and go and weld it. So, or you can come in from this side and weld it like that. No, right to left, my back. Alright, let's go. And as you weld, guys, you gotta make sure, I cannot stress this enough. You gotta make sure you see that weld wash up on there. Because if you don't, it's gonna cause you problems in the long run. Alright, so we're gonna take a look at what we got. Alright guys, so here are the most common problems that you can hear, see, and smell. Nah, just hear. Alright, one of the most common problems is this. Ready? That's a common problem. Another one is this right here. Right there. Next common problem, no good tie-ins and that right there. And let's see, another common problem that I see is this. Now, if anybody knows what that sound is, please comment down below, because we're about to get schooled. And those are the most common problems that I see out in the field. Now we're going to take a look at them and talk about them. Okay? Hey guys, welding machine back with you guys. Alright, we're gonna brush this off. So that's what kind of weld you want on the clip. I mean, minus that's alright, but see how that looks where it's on the clip and not, it's on the clip, half of it's on the clip, half of it's on the beam. That's what you want to go for. And on the beam, that's what you want, just like that. And make sure you tie in, because if you don't tie in, it's not no good. Now you see how I got half weld, splitting the difference. Half of it's on the beam, half of it's on the clip. And that's what you call a clip. And structural steel usually has 2 holes in it, so it's bolted up to something. But you weld it to the beam, and then it bolts up. Yeah, that's what that's called. Alright guys. So this is what we got going on, guys. Pretend that's a clip. Alright. I know. Tell me what you're thinking below. What do you see? What's the first thing that's coming to your mind when you see this? Let's brush this off a little bit. I'll brush this off a little bit. Okay. First thing coming to your mind when you see this, just look at it. Okay. Comment down below if you know what you see. Alright. I'm gonna give you 50 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay. We'll start with the most common. Okay. Porosity. See that? That's porosity. The reason why it's porosity is one or two reasons. Your gas gets blown away, or you ran out of gas. And if you don't understand, if you don't hear that sound that it makes when you get porosity, you're gonna be grinding out a lot of weld. I can tell you that right now. So what you do is, with this, how you correct this, check your gas and your cylinder and your angle, and use wind blockers to block the wind from coming to where you're welding at, or stand in front of the wind wherever it's blowing at. You gotta keep it tight. So when I mean tight, so pretend this is your You want to keep it nice and tight to where you get good gas coverage. Don't go too fast, because if you go too fast, you can get porosity too. And you can also get, if you got grind dust, or anything like that, that can also cause you to get porosity. Or if you drill and use that drill oil that's like a white milky looking color, that can cause porosity. And too much anti-spatter spray can cause porosity. So that's a few things that can cause porosity. Okay. Now, next, we're going to talk about the next thing that I see. Okay, here's another thing, common thing that I see. See that right there? Lack of fusion. There is no weld on the clip except for that little piece. That's like maybe in the 16th. Lack of fusion right there. That is due by poor arc length and angle. Well, yeah, well no, poor angle. So instead of welding it right to the crack like that, welding more up high. No good. That is no good. That's a good way to get fired right there. You see that? Let's get a close up of this stuff. Porosity. Don't want it. Okay guys, so lack of fusion right there. You don't want that. I'm telling you. Angle and everything, and your push or drag angle, your speed and everything, because your speed can cause you to get porosity. Your angle can cause you to not get enough weld on the clip. This one's almost good, but if we pulled out the filler weld gauge, this is not a 1/4 inch weld. And look, it's not even covering that much on top of that. So again, your angle. Check out on your angle. I'm gonna spin this around. Alright, so the most thing I also see is this. Number one, first thing come to mind, roll. You got a lot of roll on the toe of the weld. That has something to do with your angle, travel speed, and yeah, mostly your angle. Too much facing in like this. You're facing too much in. That's why you got so much undercut right there. See the undercut right there? You got so much of that because your angle is like this. If you're welding and you're looking straight at it like this, your angle, you're hitting that top plate edge of the plate. You're hitting the plate top. You're not at, this is where you want to be, about 45 degrees, right to the crack where both material meets. And you want to do that. And that's how you get that result right there. That result right there. That result over here. Guys, that's the kind of angles you guys want when you're welding out in the field. I see a lot of guys that I see, a lot of them do that. I mean, everything I showed you is something I actually seen in my experience in the field and everything. So you guys got to be careful of that, because I mean, they'll cuss you out and whatnot, or yell at you or whatever. But besides the point, you want to try to avoid all of that, because you want to do the best of your ability that you can do and be the best. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. If you're new, please hit that notification bell and subscribe so you get notified every time I post. Thank you guys for checking me out. This is the Welding Machine, back with another video.